What if the thing standing between you and financial freedom wasn't your income, your circumstances, or your strategy, but something running quietly in the background of your nervous system? Okay, stay with me here, because today I'm pulling back the curtain on 2 more practices that I will be utilizing to clear my money blocks. And I'd love to have you along on the journey with me. I'm Christine, and this is Aligned and Abundant, where we get into the real, the raw, and the energetic side of building a life that is deeply fulfilling emotionally and financially. Let's get into it. So if you've been following along on this journey, you know that so far we have done some decluttering and some forgiving in our own limiting beliefs. So to fill you in on what I have been doing. 1, I cleaned my car out. I happened to be out driving and doing a little thrift shopping for some soulful rejuvenation for myself. And I came across a car wash, and being that we just drove back from Florida about 3 weeks ago, my car was looking a little dusty. So I decided to give her some TLC and drive through a car wash, which then came with a bonus vacuum. I got out, the sun was shining, the music was blasting from the car wash, which was pretty cool. And guess what I found? I found my missing debit card from over a year ago. Now, I found it between the driver's seat and the center console. I swear, I looked there multiple times because that's where it would normally fall. And so I just thought to myself, how ironic that I have decluttered my car. I got rid of any garbage, any food from the kids, and gave it a really good vacuum. And then I noticed they had these really cool like washers that you could run your mats through. So like it felt like a brand new van. It felt really amazing. And so I was so surprised when I looked down and saw the missing debit card, which, guys, is tied to money. I was like, you can't make this up. Fast forward a few days later, I still continued to declutter things. One of the things that I did is I went into my previous name's Gmail, and I was brave enough to hit delete all. I had 32,000 saved messages in my inbox, and I grabbed a few. Less than about 10 that I probably should keep. I forward them to my current email address. And I let them all go. Why? Because I want to make space for the new to come in. And guys, it's been working. I have offered these astrocartography reports, and I've been getting them like hotcakes. It's been so much fun. Where I used to be literally just 2 weeks ago, kind of pulling teeth, putting offers out there and really not getting many bites. And all of a sudden it was like an unlock. Just like when my house was decluttered, I got all of those podcast guest requests in one day. The money is just flowing in. And granted, I am not, Richie rich yet, but the opportunities to do some work for some aligned clients and friends has been coming in on a consistent basis. And quite honestly, it's been coming in with such ease and flow, and it's been fun. It's been so much fun. And so it's like I am really taking things up a notch in living the way that I want to, living by design, living and breathing and embodying the freedom that can come with this. So I've been doing the work actively. And today I want to share with you the next 2 tools that I plan to implement this week. Now, number 1 is something that I love to do and love to teach and share. As a matter of fact, I literally just did an EFT session today of my free live workshops. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. I learned about this at a time when I really needed it. I was going through a very high stress situation at work, and I didn't have the capabilities to deal with it in a way that created peace and ease. And so I was scavenging the internet for any way to alleviate anxiety because I had never really experienced anxiety at the level that I was experiencing it at that time. And I found EFT tapping. And quite frankly, it was really a lifesaver. So EFT tapping, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically a technique where you tap on specific acupressure points on your body while you speak to what's happening emotionally. It's a combination of ancient Chinese medicine meets modern psychology. Your body holds energy, as we know, and tapping moves that energy. Think of it like a release valve for your nervous system. When you're in a spiral around money, you're not in a logical problem. You're in a somatic, energetic one, and tapping meets you there. It's a beautiful way to release anxiety, pressure, and to get your energy back into flow. So as I continue to work through breaking through my money blocks and change my relationship with money, I am going to be creating, which is so funny because I actually already have one that I happened to stumble upon this week when I was looking for a different EFT script that I had created, and I happened to find one that I had already made about money. And so there it was. Again, it's like we do the things that we know we need, and then sometimes we just forget, or we aren't disciplined enough to do the thing. So I'm going to go back to the EFT tapping script that I have already created. If you want to join me in an EFT tapping sequence, connect with me on Instagram at christine.marcario.coach, and either we'll do it together or I will record it and send you the recording so you can do it at your own time and pace. It will probably shift some things for you. So the goal is to spend at least 5 minutes tapping through what you're feeling and just notice what shifts. So at the beginning of a tapping experience, you usually rate where your anxiety is on a scale of 1 to 10. And then after you tap, you recheck in and you rate yourself again. And if it's still high, you go again, you do another round. And the goal is to get as close to a 0 as possible. And I'm telling you, from lived experience and practice, it works. At one point in my life, I was having full-blown panic attacks, and EFT tapping is what got me out of them. So I'm really excited to see where this EFT tapping, specifically around money and the limiting beliefs that I must subconsciously be carrying with me, where it brings me, what it unlocks. So I just want to let you know that, you don't have to understand the why or the how in order for these practices to fully work for you. You just have to be willing to try and be open-minded. The fourth practice that I'm going to be doing this upcoming week is practicing more gratitude. You see, gratitude is a frequency. It sounds so simple, like almost too simple, but here's what I've learned. The tools that seem the most basic are the ones people either skip entirely or rush through, and yet they're exactly the ones they need. They are the ones that have the magic in them. Gratitude, and I'm talking about real gratitude, not a gratitude list you check off in 30 seconds and forget by the time you've had your coffee. I'm talking about dropping into genuine, felt in your body thankfulness. Gratitude is one of the highest frequency states you can be in for manifestation. When you are in true gratitude, not performed gratitude, not, I guess I should be thankful for this gratitude, but the kind that makes you exhale and actually feel it. You become magnetic. You are literally vibrating at an attraction frequency. How fucking cool is that? So what I want to remind you of is when you are practicing gratitude, feel into those feelings that come with saying the thing out loud. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you already feel you have. So gratitude closes the gap between desire and actually receiving. Now, I hear from people all the time who say, Christine, I know I should do gratitude, but I just can't get into it. It feels forced. And I get it. It can feel like going through the motions if you don't know where to start. So here's exactly what I do. I don't start with the big things. I start with people, specifically the people in my life who I love the most. And I get specific about why, what I love about them, what they bring to my life, and what a gift it is to have them in my world. That alone creates momentum. My heart opens. And once that momentum is there, I can move into everything else. What I'm grateful for from my past, what I'm grateful for right now, and what I'm already grateful for in my future that hasn't arrived yet. Now you see that last one, that's where the real manifestation power lives. Feeling gratitude for something that hasn't even happened yet is one of the most advanced manifestation practices there is, because you're training your energy to receive before the evidence shows up. And that is how you collapse timelines. That is how things move faster than you expected. Speaking of, this past week, I not only had, and I was just telling my friend this, I had 2 dreams where I felt like I quantum leaped back to back last week. And so I was just telling my friend about it the other day because there's like a key symbol that happens in these dreams that indicates to me that I've done it, that I've had a quantum leap or some type of deep healing. Like there's a key symbol in the dream, and then there's this powerful, peaceful knowing that it happened. And I cannot describe it other than how I just did. And it's freaking wild. But when you just know. Like there's no denying it. And so ironically, after saying, hey, God, I had 2 this week. Like that's wild. I had another one last night. Guys, I had a full-blown work session last night. I went to bed with a specific intent in my mind. I wanted to figure something out. And I swear to God, at one point I was like in some type of conscious state where I knew I was like working, and I was like, damn girl, I was like, you are like solving all the puzzles right now. You are figuring it out. And it was just so wild and interesting. And shout out to Kelly Roach, because Kelly Roach, you were like the coordinator of me figuring shit out. It was really, I just woke up and I was like, dang, like I got a lot done. And whether or not it will show up in real life, okay, so I have no doubt that it will show up in real life. But for me to sit here and name exactly all the problems that I figured out, no, that's like, it's past, it's out of my consciousness. But it's in there, okay? It's in the subconscious. It's in there. So I also had the key, the symbol of a quantum leap. So it was just like a powerful night. And then the kicker is I woke up feeling recharged and refreshed. So it was like amazing. And I'm just like, that's one of the things I'm like scratching my head. Like that's one of the things that like I am so grateful for. And like, I can feel that. And it's like so amazing and inspiring. And like, yes, it gets the momentum going. So it's like, oh, just do the things, just do the work, and it will reward you. And one of the things that I was just sharing with some of my community members today is, I'm just so grateful for where I am now, because I started to believe in myself more, and I started to believe in my dreams, and I'm taking aligned, messy action, and I'm pivoting, and I'm collecting data, and I'm having conversations, and I'm getting over like, I don't like selling. No, I am not selling. I am inviting you in. I am offering you an experience, a connection, a community. I'm offering you the experience that others offered me, that I lived through from growing from someone who was depressed and unhappy and felt like I was settling, like not with my family, but with my career and, to be quite honest, like some friendships. And now I just had the most gratitude this morning. I sat outside on my back deck, surrounded by the birds, the squirrels. I even saw a raccoon and I wondered, hey, is that guy supposed to be out right now? But then I said, okay, there's a pond back there. Like, okay, we're going to give him grace. And I did something that I normally don't do, which is I had breakfast. Okay, that might sound completely wild to you, but I made a promise to myself that I was going to start showing up for myself. I was going to start taking care of my body. Why? Because really one of my coaches really said, ladies, we have to start taking care of ourselves. And it has to be sometimes the most common sense things like eating breakfast. And so I'm proud to say that I had breakfast this morning and it was very lovely, and I chose to have it outside, uninterrupted, with just me, myself, and I. I did not bring out the laptop. I did not bring out the cell phone. In fact, I brought out a journal and a pen, and I enjoyed some cute little fluffy mini pancakes and some type of, don't laugh at me, y'all, some type of egg that I baked in the air fryer, and it was really so good. And I'm going to go back and repeat that breakfast meal combo because it was delicious and I felt so nourished. And then from there, my energy levels went up and I said, you know what? I can do things. I want to show you that there's a deeper level to this. It is establishing self-trust, because when we tell ourselves that we are going to do something and then we don't, we are giving our brains evidence that we are untrustworthy, that we cannot be trusted. And so when we decide to do something, then we actually need to do it. And so I've transformed this word discipline. And I know that sometimes that doesn't feel good for some people. And that's fine. I honor that. Okay. But I've taken this word discipline and I'm using it as devotion. So discipline as devotion to your body, to your needs, to your desires, to your goals, whatever lights you up. And keep in mind that you are going to be rewarded because you are building habits. You are leading a healthier, happier life. Like I literally chose to sit outside in the sun. So in my mind, I'm taking in the vitamin D. Is it the vitamin D? I think so. I'm taking in the vitamin D and I'm recharging like a crystal in the sunlight because Superman says, and so do some others, that we actually recharge our energy in the sunlight. Funny fact, last week, I think somewhere along the road, I actually read something that back in the day, at some point, and don't ask me a year, but at some point they used to take people outside and literally just sit them in the sun as a way to cure illnesses. And if you're anyone like me, you know that there is truth in that, and vitamin D from the sun can literally cure us. Now, I get it. It might have some bad side effects like darkened skin or skin cancer, but there is research. Dig deep, because sometimes things are hidden in plain sight. And I believe that some sunshine is very good for us. So yes, there I was sitting in the sun, enjoying myself with the birds. Oh, and actually a cute little woodpecker came out and he was just like climbing up the tree. And then I had a thought, I was like, what benefit? Like what does this woodpecker get out of pecking into the tree? And yes, I'm going to have to Google that later. So I'm going to work on these things. I am going to continue to declutter, come up with any other limiting beliefs that might surface and thank them, love them, forgive them, and work on really feeling into gratitude while also doing at least one EFT session per day. So I'm committing out loud to you all. I'm promising, I'm showing up for myself this week by doing the EFT tapping once per day. And maybe I'll even get fun with it and post it on socials as evidence to help keep myself accountable. So if you want to hit me in my inbox and tell me what you're doing or how your money journey has been coming along, because like I said, some of you have messaged me and told me that you are literally coming along on this journey with me by doing the things that I'm doing. And that makes me so happy. That makes me so grateful for you. Now, here's where it gets good. These are 2 practices that you have to do together. As a matter of fact, I'm deciding right now that I will drop the EFT script to anyone who wants it. Just send me a DM, just say EFT. You don't even have to say anything else. I mean, you can. I'd be more than happy to chat, but just drop me the DM EFT and we can chatty chat and I'll send you the script. What I want you to take from today is the work is worth it. Every time you choose to move the energy instead of avoiding it, letting it pile up, creating stagnant energy in little piles all along your house or in your inbox or in your mind. Every time you choose to feel grateful instead of scarcity focused, instead of lack, you are literally rewiring your relationship with money. And that compound effect, it will add up and change everything. And I am down for it. I am down for it, baby. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs it. And if you're ready to go deeper on all of this, the mindset work, the soul alignment, the real practices for calling in abundance, come find me on Instagram or check out everything I have going on at Aligned and Abundant. Fast forward and fun announcement. Yesterday, I got very clear with my dream of what I want to do and how I want to show up in this world. And the answer was community. By putting my voice out there, I'm calling in aligned souls. If you are feeling inspired and want to be in my energy in the room, I have expanded on the different ways you can level up and be with me in my school community, Aligned and Abundant, the Soul Shine Collective. I am going to put that at the top of the order in the show notes. There are 3 tiers in which you can join me. The first tier is the standard tier, also known as Aligned. The second tier is the premium tier, also known as Abundant. And the third tier is the VIP tier, known as Ascension. Check it out and DM me if you have any questions at all, because I am on a mission to support you on your healing, learning, and growing journey. Let's do this together. And until next time, keep doing the work. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. And so are you.
What if your life felt guided, like you weren't constantly questioning yourself, but instead you trusted what you felt? Inside Aligned and Abundant, the Soul Shine Collective, we work with the energy of the new and full moons, so you can move through your life with clarity, alignment, and ease. This isn't about doing more. It's about coming home to yourself. Twice a month, we gather for powerful workshops, meditation, and real connection, so you can deepen your intuition and actually live in alignment with your energy. If you've been feeling that pull for something deeper, this is your space. You can join us for just $33 a month. This is the founder's rate for the first 25 members, and you can cancel anytime. Link is in the show notes.